Hey everybody, my name is Robert Sput Searight, and I love J Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy J Ross in St. Louis, hanging out with the Super Drummer, y'all. My boy Sput in town with Snarky Puppy, y'all. Man, Spud, I just gotta ask you, man. Now, last time I saw you was here with Myron Butler. It's been a while back. Man, where do you get that from? Your style, your feel, your groove.
Well, I mean, you know, like the whole story starts, you know, growing up in church.
Yeah.
And being exposed to the Hawkins, you know, the Crouches. Back in the day, they were playing gospel, but it was very influenced by other genres of music.
Right.
And that's where it starts, you know. But I went to school for music, you know. I went to Juilliard School in Dallas, Texas, where I grew up, and where Erykah Badu went, and Myron Butler. We all went to school together. Sean Martin, music director for Kirk Franklin, Bobby Sparks. We all just went to school together and grew up and learned the technical side of it. So, you know, my education is not just in, you know, drums, but in music, period.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of where it's coming from.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, in going to school, that means you learned your theory, learn how to read and all that. Do you find that to be practical now that you are, you know, just playing on stage and touring now?
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. You know, it helps. I would encourage that because, you know, it makes more sense when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're able to talk about it. You know, even rehearsals are easy when they don't last as long.
Yeah.
when you can say, when someone can speak a certain kind of language and you can jump right to it. Oh, that's what's up. You know, it just makes it easier for you to function. You know, in different facets.
Right.
You know, when you know got the technical side.
All right, well, you got all these young cats coming up, man. Everybody blazing, watching YouTube. And what kind of real advice can you get them? Because as you being a professional musician and these cats just hitting around, what can you tell them to practice on or to get their minds ready for in order to be where you are now?
I would say, you know, study to show yourself improve. You know, like really study. If you really want to be a professional musician, you gotta study all genres of music, and you gotta be a professional person.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta keep God first. You gotta stay humble. All of the things that you know that make you successful starts with God and keeping Him first, and you know, and then He'll walk you through whatever door you want to walk through. You know, but you gotta let Him walk you through that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys trying to pave their own way. You know, putting up videos and all that kind of stuff is fine, but you can't let that make you. You know, if you don't make it from that, you know, let God walk you through those doors. That's what I would say.
Hey, y'all, once again, we in St. Louis, hanging out with the Super Drummer. It's the Robert Sput Searight, y'all. J Ross TV, 10 million strong. Hey, but now you was talking about religion. Do you find that, like, most of the musicians are Christians, or just say whatever faith they believe in, as opposed to non-believers?
No, I actually find that there's a whole lot of non-believers.
Now let me ask you this before you go further, because this is going to be a question folks don't want to know. Yeah. Is your spirit comfortable when you play with, say, non-Christians as opposed to Christians? Yeah,
I mean, my spirit is comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, my surrounding may not be the same as being in the tabernacle, but my spirit is comfortable because I'm comfortable with my relationship with God.
Yeah.
And you know, you gotta guard your heart and your soul going into the workplace.
Right.
You're dealing with whatever you're dealing with there. You got to do the same here when you're dealing with different artists and that don't believe in what you believe in necessarily. You know.
Yeah. So let's get back to technique now. Now your technique came, I guess, through growing up, all the different drummers you admired and stuff. So if I wanted to be a drummer and I'm studying you, what would you say you're trying to convey to me, the person who's trying to pick up your techniques? What's like some of the main things that I should look for in your playing?
Well, my playing, I'm usually trying to play drums from a musical standpoint, from a melodic standpoint. I'm a piano player too, so I hear melodies and I play off of melodies, not so to speak from rhythmic, you know, because a lot of drummers play from a rhythmic point of view, but I play from a melodic point of view, so that describes the kind of music I play.
All right, y'all, we sitting around with Sput, y'all, in St. Louis. Hey, get that information where people can find you and get your products and see what you're up to.
Well, I have a Twitter page at sputacular.com. I'm on Facebook. You can find me at snarkypuppy.com or the Snarky Puppy Facebook page, fan page. Myron Butler and Levi.
Hey,
that's pretty much it.
Well, I always ask everybody this: what kind of toll does it take on family life, or when you gone this long on tour? How do you keep in touch with your parents or uncles, aunts, grandparents, whoever you love?
Well, you got to stay connected. I mean, like you don't go. I mean, the reason why I'm able to survive is because I'm rooted. You call back. I have kids. I have a wife. And you got to call back. You got to tell them hello, check on them every now and then, fly them out, and let them experience your life, along with you sometimes. I think that's how you survive.
Hey, Sput, is it hard though for distrust to kick in for a musician of your caliber when you're gone? You know what I mean? Like, do you ever worry about things at home, or your wife worry about what you up to when you on the road?
Man, that come with the territory.
Yeah.
That come with the territory of marriage, or I mean, yeah, that happens. That's just human,
right?
But you do it by being consistent and communicating and being 100%, and checking in. I mean, like that's all we have is communication. So you got to continue to do that. You can't disregard that. You got to hold that high in regard.
All right, y'all, that's Robert Sput Searight. We in St. Louis at the Old Rock House. He hitting with Snarky Puppy, y'all. Woof, woof. I want to say that every time. So you can check him out, y'all. This your boy J Ross, 10 million strong at www.jrosstv.com, y'all. We up out of here. Peace.